Hi and welcome to Window Cleaning Dude. Today's episode we're going to talk about how you can make $100,000 a year or more in window cleaning. Can you really make $100,000 or more a year in window cleaning? Absolutely. I know it sounds a little crazy, but window cleaning is one of those few business niches where you can make really good money and not very many people know about it. Which is why I'm going to go over that in this video. When I first started window cleaning, I had no idea how much money I could make. On my first window cleaning job, I made $90, and to me at the time, that was really good money because I only went out and worked for a few hours with a friend who was teaching me how to do window cleaning. And when I walked away with $90, that was the most money I'd ever made at that point in my life. And for only working, like 4 hours at the time, $90 was really good money. Now my friend, of course, walked away with a lot more money because he did a majority of the cleaning. But for me, I was like really excited about making $90 for just a few hours of work. Now I dropped out of grad school and I was looking for a way to make a living. So for me, window cleaning was the only option I had. My friend had been talking about how he would go out on the weekends and make money window cleaning, and how he used to have a window cleaning business before he came to grad school. He was going to law school, I was going to art school, but he told me he would show me the ropes since I just dropped out of grad school. So he took me out, we went out, we knocked some doors, we landed our first few jobs, and I walked away with $90 in my pocket. So I was pretty excited, I was pretty happy about that. Later that day, after we had cleaned, he told me that he could make $500 a day cleaning windows, and I'm like thinking, why are you going to law school if you can make $500 a day window cleaning? Well, he didn't want to go to law school because he didn't like knocking doors, but as I mentioned on my website, windowcleaningdude.com, where I tell my story, a few years later, I wasn't knocking doors anymore, and I landed my first mansion, my first $3,000 mansion. So you can make really good money window cleaning. My friend went on to tell me that day about a friend who he knew who was also window cleaning, who did commercial buildings, and he had a building he was making $5,000 per building. But the difference was with that situation was it was taking him a few weeks to clean that building, as where the mansion that I landed for $3,000 I did in 2.5 days, and eventually I got down to where I could clean that place in 2 days. So I don't typically clean a lot of mansions. I mean, you don't usually have a whole bunch of mansions lined up in your schedule, but I do have a few that I clean for really good money. But most days I clean just residential homes, and I can make $250 to $700 per residential home. So it depends on the home, depends on the neighborhood. But you can easily do 3 homes a day, depending on the size of the home. So it wouldn't be uncommon for you to make $750 to $1,000 a day in window cleaning. Now, just starting out as a beginner, you're not going to be doing that because it takes time and practice to get fast enough to clean 3 homes a day. But you can certainly clean 1 home a day. You can easily make $240, $250, $300 your first day, doing your first window cleaning job at a residential home, a 2-story residential home. So yes, you can make really good money window cleaning. Now in window cleaning there's 3 types. You have residential, you have storefront, and commercial. In storefront window cleaning you're going to have to go land a bunch of storefronts. So a typical storefront's going to pay you between $10 and $20. Probably you're going to be in the $15 range. So you're going to have to do a lot of those to equal the same amount of money you could do in one residential window cleaning job. So with storefront, you're going to be going from place to place, and you might be going all over town trying to hit up these storefronts just to make the equivalent of just cleaning one good-sized residential home. My advice is to do residential window cleaning. It's the easiest and fastest way to make money, and you're certainly going to make $100,000 or more a year in window cleaning with residential. The other option is commercial, but with commercial window jobs, it's not like you just go knock on their door and say, hey, I want to clean your windows. Typically with commercial, the people in charge of building maintenance are going to find you either through your marketing or through your website, and they're going to have you and a bunch of other window cleaners bid on cleaning their building. That's a little more difficult to get. It's still very competitive like storefront. Storefront's very cutthroat. Commercial is also kind of cutthroat because everybody wants to get that big commercial job, right? With commercial, there's two things you need to think about, and that is that there's low-rise commercial and there's high-rise commercial, and that's how I break it down. I guess you could say that there's mid-rise too. In commercial, you have low-rise, there's mid-rise and high-rise, but I break it down into low-rise and high-rise because as a solo window cleaner, you're not going to be doing mid-rise. You got to have a crew to do mid-rise and high-rise, and mid-rise for me is anything over 3 stories. So anything over 3 stories, I'm just going to label high-rise, and then you're talking about having a crew of guys, having extremely long water-fed pulls, or using scaffolding, which I don't do. But if you want to do low-rise commercial window cleaning, you can certainly do that with ladders or with water-fed poles, and that's doable for one person to knock out in 1 day or 2 days. And with low-rise commercial window cleaning, you know, you're going to pull in a couple grand for doing those windows. Anywhere from like $500 up to a couple grand. Just depends on the size of the building. In my business, I only do primarily probably 95% residential with about 5 to 10% commercial low-rise. That's where I make all my money. So I could easily just do only residential and easily make, you know, you can easily make over $100,000 a year just doing just residential. Now the other thing to having successful business to make $100,000 or more a year is having the right gear. I went over in my other video how to start a window cleaning business with no money. In that video I talk about buying the right gear. You don't want to buy low grade window cleaning gear. You want to buy professional grade window cleaning gear. And even Ettore is making a low grade brand right now to sell to just mom and pop consumers. But they also make a really good professional grade, and that's the stuff you want to buy. So if you want to learn more about that, watch my other video on that, or go to my website, windowcleaningdude.com, and there I have a whole list of equipment that I recommend that you buy just starting out, whether it's storefront or residential. Or even if you have the money and you want to just jump right into commercial, you can also get the list of water-fed poles and DI tanks, things like that. But if you're just going to start out with storefront and residential, I have a list of all the equipment there that I wish I had known about when I first started window cleaning. And it's professional grade stuff that's going to eliminate a lot of the problems that you would have if you bought the cheap stuff. The other portion that is important to know about is having a process and a technique. So if you go to windowcleaningdude.com, I talk all about my process and my technique, but you want to form a routine and a process that you do every single time. And so what that does is it speeds up your ability to clean windows by having a process that's thorough and gives you consistent results. That's really important that you develop that so that you can clean windows quickly, and then that's how you're going to be able to clean, you know, 3 houses, 4 houses a day, is by speeding up your process, speeding up your technique. And I go over all that on my website. It's all free. My website has all the information you need to know to start a window cleaning business from start to finish. Technique, tools, how to do it, everything. It's all free, including, you know, how to get a business name, business license, business bank account, logo, taxes, everything you can think of. It's on my website. It's all for free. It's all there at windowcleaningdude.com. And I also watch all my videos here on YouTube, and you can learn a lot from that as well. So saving time and saving energy is really important to be able to make $100,000 a year, especially if it's just you. You really got to learn your technique and your process as well so that you can clean fastly and efficiently to get to making $100,000 or more a year. The other important part is finding your customers. So marketing is really important in that, and if you want to learn about my marketing techniques, go to my website. I talk more about that there. I also have an ebook that I'm putting out that's going to go into depth on marketing. Marketing is really important. I mean, if you don't get the customers, you're not going to make the money. So there's some secrets that I'm going to be giving out in my marketing material in my ebook that you can buy on Amazon. I'll put a link down below, or if it's not down below, then just go to my website and you can find it there at windowcleaningdude.com. But everything else on my website is free. All the knowledge, all the technique, processes, all the tips and so forth. It's all free on my website. You can still go out and make a good living without my marketing tips. But if you want access to that, check it out on my website. So knowing where the money is really important. For me, the money is in residential window cleaning, and you'll find that out really quickly. I mean, there's money in all three, in commercial, storefront, and residential, but the fastest money is in residential. With storefront, you have to build up your clientele and keep that clientele. And then once your schedule fills up, if you want to make more money, you're either going to have to raise your prices or drop customers for other customers. And because storefront is so cutthroat, that's going to be a constant battle. But with residential, it's not very cutthroat. There's not enough window cleaners to clean all the homes out there. So I don't even worry about my competition, honestly. I mostly just worry about finding customers who want their windows cleaned. And I don't even worry about what the other window cleaners are doing or what they're charging or what their offers are. It doesn't even matter to me. I never had that be an issue for me. So once again, the last thing I think I have to say on making $100,000 or more a year in window cleaning is just mastering your technique and simplifying your process and being consistent in your process, in your methods and your start to finish routine. And I teach all that on my website, and I also share it with you in some of these videos. So go to windowcleaningdude.com. You can learn about how to follow my method. If you want to just follow in my footsteps and do all the things that I did, then you could easily do that and be in business, because everything I'm teaching on my website is basically a business model, almost like a franchise, right? Except for it doesn't cost you anything, and it's start to finish, everything you need to know, everything you need to be able to do to have a successful business in window cleaning, and go out there and start window cleaning. As soon as you buy the gear and watch all the videos and read all my information and learn everything that I know that I can teach you, go out there and you're going to leapfrog everybody else, and you're going to be caught up to speed where I'm at basically right now, except for just practicing your technique. And once you've cleaned several homes, your technique's going to start developing really quickly, and you're going to be on your way to making $100,000 or more a year. And then once again, if you want my marketing, you can go and get that on my website as well, if you want my tips on how to market your business faster.